Right.
So
Uh-oh.
your name is Mike Henderson, right?
Michael Henderson.
Okay,
And
and I am
my
the
associate, I'm sorry, my associate is Kahim
Kaheem
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
yeah,
Yep, Kaheem Sturgis.
Jaheim Sturgis. So
That's
he
right.
managed your social media.
Yeah, we no, basically what we're doing is I'm gonna try to be as brief because I'm long-winded. I was a teacher at the Art Institute of Houston
Yeah, I saw
for
that online. Yeah, I saw that on LinkedIn.
yeah, and when the school decided to close last year in September,
Okay.
uh yeah, it closed in 2023 last year. Well, year
So
is
you are independent now?
and now, yeah, what we're doing is an independent thing where me and some associates, alumni students, we've got together and we're working on an educational animation project.
Okay, okay. So you're self-employed now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So animation, you do that for project that people present to you, is that it?
No, no. I have something I can show you too as well. The most current project we just did was for a church.
Okay.
It was a Christian project where the idea was to take a verse from the Bible, the 91st Psalm, and actually add some visual to it. But the emphasis was on the text itself, the verse, not so
Okay.
much the visual.
Okay, so you want your assistant to show it?
I could hold on. This meeting's being recorded. Let me just go here. I could show it to you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. You want to show it in the third screen there?
I want to go. Let me go down here and see if I can share it with you. Give me 1 second. Um, yeah, let's go to share. And let's go screen. And
Are you gonna put it on a separate screen?
no, I'm gonna try to put it on. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put it on my screen so that you can see it. Um, let me see if that'll play that way.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I see it now.
See it? Okay.
Oh, it's for scripture, Psalms
Should
91.
just open right up. And
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me all my day. From the moment that I wake till I leave, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that waiteth in day. Will fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. Long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
So you
Okay,
have been
got it.
faithful.
So what it was is hands down.
So
So what it was a very short animation.
So you did the subtitles, right?
So it was a very short animation, and the idea here was to see if I can get that to shut off without. Don't want it to come up there. There we go. Okay, so what it was is a short animation where the thought was to generate something, because now we're working on another one, which is called Footprints in the Sand. It's from a poem, but was to generate a visual that could be shared throughout the churches, right? And it would showcase emphasis on the scripture and not so much the visual itself. So
Okay.
the idea is, as an animator, we as a group had to say, okay, we want to put a lot of animation in there. What we want to do is we realize as animators that we can animate anything that seems to be visually available for us to actually create into some either character or some object. But in this case, that wasn't where the direction was going. The direction was actually to create something where the emphasis, like I said, specify just the content of the scripture. So it's almost like a young person seeing it and they're following along with the text itself, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good scripture for the fires. I mean, it looks like it's appropriate for what's happening in Los Angeles right now.
Right. Other than that, I have a short animated clip I could show you on some of the stuff that we're working on. Bear in mind, is it Arlene or Aileen?
Aline,
Aileen. Okay, so bear in mind, as a group, we're like we're just a startup production house. We're starting. So what we have developed so far are just the beginning, the pre-production stages of an animated trailer, which later what we forecast is like by the end of the year we should have the actual animation. But right now we have just a glimpse of what our animation looks like. Let me show you that.
okay.
I have that ready.
So what's the name of your startup?
It's Angel Glow Productions.
Angel Glow, okay. So it's pretty much religious. It's for churches, Angel Glow.
Obviously, that's me. I take myself.
Bandicam.com is your website?
Okay, hold on. Somebody in the background talking.
There is not the finish animation, but some of the production work.
Is that your company, Bandicam?
That's the TV in the background. Sorry about that.
Or you have the TV in the background?
Yes, TV in the background. And I put this together yesterday.
Are you targeting mostly churches?
No, no.
Okay, so
This would be more of an
here
entertainment
we are.
type.
And I just wanted to
animation.
give you like a heads up on what it is you're about to see. The first animation, it's known as, its title is The Adventures of Captain Billy. It is a action adventure educational genre, right? It actually incorporates both action adventure and education with a little bit of comedy. So it's hitting all of the genres when it comes to animation. We can't show you the entire thing. What we are showing you is a clip. And that clip that you're going to see is the opening to the show that you'll see. But it's a work in progress. So it's not finished either. It's there, it's in black and white, some is in color, but all of the color and all of the elements to it haven't been added yet, because like I said, it's a work in progress.
Okay, okay, I can go back to you now. Oh, that's more animation.
Shelly, my kid's screaming at me. Get in from above a tree, get a crop to give in a
It's kind of like a
damn happening downtown. It's not a personality that's all around. Who's the man that left his house with Jelly? Cat and dog belly. Dog belly.
So, within that, we also want to show you some behind the scenes stuff, which what we decided to do was take a snapshot or a screenshot of our actual storyboard, and you'll find that the storyboard actually derived from a comic strip that I actually created when I was in undergraduate school for the school paper. And back then, his name wasn't Captain Billy, his name was Donut Man. And it was a very popular comic strip during my years of school at the University of New York in Buffalo. So, like I said, it's just a glimpse. I want you to see it, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here. This basically was what our challenge was. What we're doing is we've decided to take all of the comic strips that I had put together as an undergraduate, and we were going to go back and revisit them and slug them, or how they term it in animation. We were going to deconstruct them, tear them all apart, and then reconstruct them as animated cartoons. And to do that, what we had to do is we had to literally go back, look at what we have in the panels, remove all of the talk balloons, and actually look at them as just visuals, and then decide, okay, these are the visuals. What we want to do is we want to add some sound to it, and we want to actually go back and actually redo the background.
Okay, okay, sounds good. Well, it looks cute. It looks cute. So that's where when you taught at the school, right?
Right. Now this is stuff that I didn't actually use when I taught at the school. Wow, this is like nothing that I did at the school. At the school, what I did is I taught animation, and I taught all of the basic like subjects that they needed to know from animation. So in other words, I taught classes like script writing, storyboard, audio for animation, acting and movement, all of the information they needed before they went and actually took a class in three-dimensional animation. So I was the guy who actually came from the studio who actually taught all of the core content subjects. So now what we're doing is we're taking that information and my knowledge to actually plug that in and actually make a pitch to the Department of Education by saying, okay, well, we know that from our research that there's a lot of concerns when it comes to student learning. There's like a really big decline when it comes to core subjects like English and math. What we want to do is we want to assist you by giving you some innovative approaches to how you can actually appeal to that student, right? Using what you have that the student has come accustomed to now, where you have students actually more interested in what they see on their cellular phone. But what we want to do is we want to plug into that. We want to plug into that and actually create a visual that not only showcases something that's entertaining, but at the same time, it offers them the opportunity to learn something by way of the subject of math. So our focus or our target is not elementary school, because elementary school, that level is doing a really great job. We want to target middle schools and high schools. We want to actually reach out and actually add an assistance by giving them this is an innovative tool they can use.
Okay, okay. So are you looking to go with maybe another school, like Academy of Art or one of those?
Down the road. I'm gonna be transparent with you. Because of the pandemic, a lot of the universities are not so open to actually bringing in professors who actually have the know-how to actually go and teach. It looks like they're accepting applications, but as far as the actual acceptance, it's a waiting period. And a lot of the colleagues that I have throughout the United States, we all belong to this organization called Animation Educators. We're all saying the same thing. We're like, yeah, I'm putting in for this position, but it doesn't look like they're going to actually take on me as a staff member. It looks like what they're doing is they're fulfilling the need that is necessary for them to actually receive monies from the federal government, where they actually have what's on paper, the accommodations to actually say, okay, well, we want to actually open this up and we want to actually like take in new faculty, but that's great on paper. But because of their budget constraints and because of the idea of saying, okay, well, we can't take them on unless we have a full class load, so that we can actually like say, okay, well, we can offer up this position for the
Right.
teacher because we have a full class load.
Right.
Well, if the problem is nested in the fact that you don't actually have what you anticipated to get, then you have to hold back, which means that that person who has that experience, they're in a waiting game. They're like, well, maybe they'll get back to me, maybe they won't. But like I said,
Okay. Okay, but you can start the course online under your company name.
yeah, and we've talked about that. My colleagues, Kahim and my other colleagues, they have talked about that, encouraging me to actually go in that direction. And I'm a little timid about doing it, only because I realize that there are several animation people that I know of that actually have done that, and they have like online courses. But I only know of two who actually have a commitment by students where it's more than 10 students.
I
I only
see.
know of two. Yeah, because what happens is you get a student committed, and then there's this real heavy drop off rate where
Oh,
they stay on for a while and they're like, well, I don't know if I want to commit to doing several more weeks. And it's not like you can actually say like it is in the school system where you're saying you're contracted in. You signed a contract, a document saying that you're actually going to commit to doing this. You just can't quit at the last minute, I
right.
mean, but when it's online, they have a lot more flexibility, where they may not have to actually commit to it,
They can stop anytime. Yeah.
right, right. So,
Well,
so that being said, what we as a group would like to do, if I'm not mistaken, is we would like to actually ask you, and if it's possible, to have another meeting with you where we have the actual animation done. Could we possibly actually forward that to you, and maybe you could showcase that?
sure, we can do it, and I will add it to this interview and air it on channel 29 because that's where I air. And then
That'd be great.
you can send me your website and contact info. I will put it on the description.
Okay,
All
sounds
right.
great.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Okay. I didn't get a
great.
chance to speak to Karim. Do you have anything
Oh.
to add to this?
Okay.
Oh,
Let me show you the rest of this real quick. It's not that long, but let me just, because like that, the only reason I stopped this right here is because, and he can attest to this. I don't mind talking, but the only thing is that I find myself sometimes actually going and being like a motor mouth. But it's only because I'm trying to get the people that I'm speaking to a sense of where we're going. And I don't want at the end of the day saying, well, okay, so we talked about that. And they're like, yeah, but I didn't really get it. I'm kind of confused. I didn't get it.
Yeah,
So,
just let me know the day you want to schedule that part 2, and
mhm.
I will send you the Zoom link.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Nice to meet you both, and then I'll see you soon.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good meeting you. All right.
Nice
nice
to
meeting
meet
you.
you.
Okay.